Next time on Dragon Ball Super, a fierce battle unfolds between Goku and Zamasu. Vegeta puts up a good fight, but the battle suddenly takes an unexpected turn. Zamasu catches Goku off guard as he tries to kill Trunks and Bulma at Capsule Corporation. Behold the explosive birth of the Supreme God, Merged Zamasu. Share this video with your friends because if you do, Vegito will save us all.
Episode 62. If you pay attention, Goku has a tattoo on his left arm.
Hola mi gente, my name is Upai Senpai, and today my friends, I don't remember Goku having a tattoo in episode 62. I don't remember, but if you remember, let me know in the comments below. Guys, today I told you I was going to reveal the voice behind the English dubs. The voice behind our English dubs is our good friend John Bailey.
Epic Voice Reviews, a real movie voice guy doing entertainment news and reviews. Grand Voice Auto.
Bumblebee, get out of the way.
Who Would Win, where you pick the battles. And original shorts and parodies. Subscribe and share.
If you love our English dubs, you're going to love his YouTube channel. So I want you guys to do two things. Number one, subscribe to his YouTube channel. Number two, I want you to go to one of his recent videos and comment anime live reactions. Send me here, hashtag English dubs, all right? Let him know that we support him and he's been supporting us. Anyways, guys, let's begin with the in-depth analysis.
Hey, Oppai Senpai, love the channel, keep it on, man. Anyways, how'd you feel when Vegeta was whooping that ass?
The same way I feel when Goku is about to punch Zamasu right in the face. Oh man, episode 63 was hype with Vegeta kicking Black's ass, but now we got Goku going ham on Zamasu, man. This is freaking amazing. I can't wait to see the rest of this. But now, let's actually talk about this because this is extremely important. So, it seems like Goku Black has this new technique where he's able to duplicate himself into multiple characters. Now, this is very similar, in fact, to another move that you've seen from Gotenks. And you might remember this if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z. But anyways, this is Gotenks Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. And basically he's able to make different copies of himself, and those copies can actually fight back, but I don't think that Goku Black's copies can fight back. But it also reminds me, in addition to this, it also reminds me of the after image effect. All right, if you don't know what the after image effect is, it's very popular. It was originally called the Devil's After Image, but then that was in the original dubs, but then it was actually changed. And this is actually a technique that can be accomplished in the real world if you move fast enough, but obviously nobody can move that fast. So Jackie Chan has been able to do this move, but he's not the only one. Goku was also able to do this move as a kid and as an adult. So, and in addition to that, Dodoria was able to use the after image, and a bunch of other characters. Man, it's a long list of characters who can do this, but let's continue. So right here you see, actually it seems like he's going back into one character. So it seems like every time you kill the copies of Goku Black, they fuse into this one character, similar to Majin Buu actually. And what I want you to notice is the hair. It's a little bit darker than Goku's natural rosé color. This looks more like magenta or something around those lines. But again, I think this is more of a distraction. I don't think that the copies of Goku Black are gonna be fighting back. Now, it says here, it looks like you're running out of steam. And if you just pay attention to the subtitles, you might think that, oh, wow, it seems like Vegeta is getting tired. But that's not actually true. Our boy Herms has actually done a better translation of this. And he basically says that it's more accurate to say in this scenario that it's more like they're losing their edge / the upper hand in the fight, not necessarily that they're getting tired. So I just want to make that distinction for those of you who may be confused by it.
What is up, Senpai? So my question is, what do you think Trunks' role will be from here until the end of the arc?
I don't want to get too much into after this arc, but in terms of the next few episodes, Trunks' role is going to be to protect future Mai, because she's about to get killed by Zamasu. Now, I highly doubt that she gets killed, but Zamasu does go to Capsule Corporation in order to try to kill them, and not just future Mai, but President Bulma. So Zamasu is going to try to kill them, and it's up to future Trunks to protect them. So I think his role right now is just to protect these characters. Now here's where it gets interesting, because Goku Black is concentrating all his ki into the tip of his fingers to create a giant scythe. He has become the Grim Reaper, but he's able to use that to open a hole into the sky, and you can see down in the middle that it's very dark in there. Now this can either be a portal into somewhere, I'm not gonna speculate. So it's very complicated, and there's not enough evidence for us to really speculate, and I hate speculating without any evidence. You guys already know how we do. So I'm gonna move on from this because I need evidence in order to make my my statements.
Oh, Pai Senpai, hey, thanks for the analysis, man. I'm a big fan.
Yo, man, I really appreciate that, brother. I'm happy you're enjoying these in-depth analysis videos. But let's continue on with this, because in this shot, you can really get a sense of this new merged Zamasu. And if you pay attention, you can see that the aura around him is a mix of rosé, there's a little bit of green, and there's also white, okay? Now, in terms of why they use white, no, this is not a Super Saiyan white transformation. This is really showing us that he is a god, because if you look at into the representations that we have in the real world as to what we think God is, whenever we have a godly figure, whether it be Jesus or whether it be God himself or whatever, is usually associated, that character is usually associated with having like a white light around them or a white aura around them. So I really do think that this is not a Super Saiyan white transformation. It's just showing us kind of like the biblical significance of what this is. But anyways, let's continue on with this, because now we have something interesting. Revere him, praise him, Fusion Zamasu explosive birth. Now, again, our boy Herms on Twitter, Herms98, he says that this is not a huge deal, but he actually prefers to translate Gatai as merged, to emphasize that it's not the actual English word for fusion, so that it doesn't get confused with the fusion dance. But instead, he thinks that a better translation is to say merged Zamasu instead of fusion Zamasu. Okay, so I'm gonna call him merged Zamasu because I feel like that's a better distinction. All right, I agree with Herms on that.
Hey, Pai Senpai, wouldn't the fusion dance be a lot more appropriate than the Potara fusion? Because the Potara fusion is permanent, right?
It's permanent, but not really, brother. It's not really permanent, because we already saw with Kibito, it's not permanent, and we actually saw this right in the beginning. When we first met the Kais from Universe 6, they really showed us that with the Dragon Balls, you can actually separate two beings that have been fused with the Potara earring. So even though it's permanent in the meantime, I think they're going to unfuse in the future if Vegito does come. And I do think that Vegito is coming because this is probably what Vegeta is thinking right now. He's probably thinking, oh crap, now I have to fuse with Kakarot. He's probably thinking that. He knows that's the only way, and Goku also knows that that's the only way. But on the other hand, it seems like in this shot, Goku is surprised and nervous and scared, because at this point he has already seen merged Zamasu, and he knows that he's not strong enough to defeat him by himself.
Oh, Pai Senpai, do you think that Goku and Vegeta are gonna end up fusing? Or do you think that they might try and fight Zamasu on their own?
I think initially they're going to actually try to fight Zamasu on their own, like double team tagging. But eventually they're gonna get their asses whooped next episode and the episode after that. And then they're going to realize, you know what, the only way that we can defeat this new god, this merged Zamasu, is by fusion via Potara earrings. So I do think that Vegito is coming. I also want to say that in one of the trailers for Super Dragon Ball Heroes, we actually got a clip of merged Zamasu fighting against Goku. Alright, so now again, this is from Super Dragon Ball Heroes, it's not from the anime, but I do think that is giving us a hint that Goku and Vegeta are going to attempt to fight Merged Zamasu on their own or double team tag before they do anything that's related to fusion.
Well, I mean, gente, what's up, man? Some people out here working hard, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about that Gallic gun Trunks did? Would that have killed or hurt anybody else?
Alright guys, so now in this part of the video, we pretty much finished talking about episode 64 preview, in-depth analysis. But now I want to take some questions that you guys sent me via Snapchat, and I want to actually address these questions. So to your question, my brother, to your question, well, in terms of the Gallic gun, I don't think that's powerful enough to kill Zamasu or Goku Black. So that's pretty much the most basic and clear answer I can give you.
Do you think Vegeta transformed into Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 at the end of episode 63? Because I did see lightning around him.
What's going on, Drake? I saw lightning too, but that lightning is something that we've seen before. And that lightning is not representative of a new transformation, because if it was a new transformation, then his hair would have changed. But it didn't, and I know exactly what you're talking about. If you go to the end of episode 63, you'll see the image of the little white lightning. But again, I don't think that's a new transformation.
¿Qué pasa, Opa Senpai? Yo, bro, what's up? Remember the first time that Black and Goku fight and he had like a heart attack? What's up with that?
In terms of the heart attack, I actually think that I was wrong, and the other YouTubers that were assuming, and you know, it was a good assumption based on the lack of information that we had at the time. It made a lot of sense that it is possible that when he was touching himself, Goku Black was touching himself, and the heart it was due to a heart attack, or I mean the heart virus that he might have possibly carried over from Goku. But eventually we learned that he didn't take the body of dead Goku from the Future Trunks timeline, so it's very clear that he doesn't have a heart virus. So I think in that case what actually happened is he got hit so hard that he was in a lot of pain. But the reason that they did that, again, this was done on purpose. The animation team did this to lead us to believe that he does have the heart virus, and that he stole the body from dead Goku in the Future Trunks timeline. And then there was a whole plot twist. So they did a very good job at leading us to believe something else that was very, very different from the reality. So I love that. But yeah, that's the answer.
And do you think that Mai's bullet would have killed Goku Black if it would have hit? And do you think she's going to have any major role in any of the future episodes?
A lot of people disagree with me on this because they're not really thinking it through, or they're thinking very black and white. And this scenario is actually very important, because if you look at guns in Dragon Ball Super, obviously guns don't have any effect on these god level people. But the fact that they went out of their way to tell us that future Mai, before she died, she created this bullet that's multiple times stronger than regular bullets, that its purpose is to be able to kill people like Saiyans and that sort of thing. So I do think that if she didn't miss, she would have killed Goku Black, and she in fact did miss. I broke it down in my episode 63 in-depth analysis. I even gave you guys the evidence of when the bullet actually hit the Potara earring. And I know some people are gonna argue, oh, if a blast can't kill Goku Black, then why can a bullet? Well guys, a bullet is traveling multiple times faster than the Gallic gun, for example, or some of the other Kai blasts. In addition to that, you're packing a lot of force into this very small object that's actually made with a tip that's made to penetrate. So, and in addition to that, it's multiple times stronger than a regular bullet. So again, if you're thinking of Dragon Ball Super, you can't be thinking of science and it making sense, okay? This is an anime. But yes, I do think that it would have killed Goku Black. Now, in terms of her role, I think her role is pretty much just to serve the purpose of this arc. After this arc, I think most likely Future Trunks is gonna stay in the future with Future Mai, and then they're going to shift the attention from Future Mai to the present Mai, who's a little kid right now. So I think the show is gonna focus on her and her relationship with Kid Trunks. Okay, so that's what I think is going to evolve into.
On Pai Senpai, do you think that if Goku and Vegeta fuse and Vegito gets beat, do you think Beerus will come into play in this last arc?
No, I don't think so at this point. I had a good anime theory, but after last week's episode, that's not happening. And remember, Gowasu and the Supreme Kai from Universe 7 are both in the Future Trunks timeline. So Beerus has no way to get into the future, okay, into that timeline. So no, he's not coming. He's not gonna save anybody.
What's going on, Opai?
how long do you think the time machine will take to get ready? Or do you think it'll get fixed?
According to Bulma, she can do it at faster than the speed of light. Lies. I do think she's going to eventually be able to fix the time machine, and they're going to use that to go back to the present.
Hey, old boy. Do you think that Vegeta has finally surpassed Goku?
Do you think Vegeta is now stronger than Goku with Kaioken?
How strong is Vegeta in this episode 63? How strong did he get?
By the end of episode 63, I do believe that Vegeta is stronger than Goku. I do believe that, but not for long. And I do think that if you factor in Kaioken, yes, Goku is stronger than Vegeta. But if you don't factor that in, I think at this point in time, Vegeta has the upper hand on Goku, but not by that much. Okay, so it really depends. All right, because again, Goku can get pissed off and get a huge power boost, and man, it's like a little game. So I don't think you should overthink it. I think you should enjoy the moment that we had one episode of Vegeta being stronger, and it's probably gonna be Goku being stronger after the next episode. So we had a good time, man. We had a good time, and that is why I made the Game of Thrones Vegeta Snow video on my episode 63 in-depth analysis, because I wanted to celebrate with the Vegeta fans that, hey, the Prince of all Saiyans is back. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me again. This was a lot of fun, guys. I will keep you guys updated on Snapchat whenever I'm taking requests for more questions, and I will keep you guys posted on that. So in the meantime, make sure you guys add me on Snapchat, on Facebook, on Twitter, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and in the meantime, I want you guys to watch the episode 63 in-depth analysis, because there is a lot of good information in that video. I even break down some of the mistakes and differences between the translations. And I also want you guys to watch, for fun, to watch the the Vegito video. Vegito is coming. We Kicked Them 101. Make sure you guys watch that video.